With heart in hand and sword and shield, we'll guard old Derry's walls. With heart in hand and sword and shield, we'll guard old Derry's walls.
of these rebel sounds. and keep our liberty. Our children, them will grow to be like you and me. Then we can rest contented, for our outer will be free.
In a station in the city, a British soldier stood, talking to the people there, if the people would. Some just stared in hatred, and others turned in pain. And the lonely British soldier wished he was back home again. Come join the British Army, said the posters in his town. See the world and have your fun. Come serve before the crown. The jobs were hard to come by, and he could not face the dole. So he took his country's shilling and enlisted on the road. Well, there was no fear of fighting, the empire long was lost. Just 10 years in the army, getting paid for being boss. And leave a man experienced, a man who made the grade. A medal and a pension, some memories and a trade. Came the call to Ireland, as the call had come before. Another bloody chapter in an endless civil war. The priests stood on both sides, the priests they stood behind. Another fight in Jesus' name, the blind against the blind. The soldiers stood between them, between the western stones, and then the broken bottles that led to broken bones. The petrol bombs that burned his hand, the nails that pierced the skin, and wished that he had stayed at home, surrounded by his kin. The station filled with people, the soldier soon was born. Better in the station than where people wore. Filled up with mothers, with others and the son, who stare with itchy fingers at the soldier and his guns. And yellow fear and screech of bricks, the shattering of glass. The window of the station broke to let the baggage pass. A scream came from the mothers as they ran toward the door, dragging children crying from the bomb upon the floor. The soldier stood, he could not move, his gun he could not use. He knew the bomb had seconds and not minutes on the fuse. He could not run to pick it up and throw it in the street. There were far too many people, there were too many running feet. Take cover, yelled the soldier, take cover for your lives. And the Irishmen threw down the young and stood before the wives. They turned towards the soldier, their eyes alive with fear. For God's sake, save our children, or they'll end their short lives here. The soldier moved towards the bomb, his stomach like a stone. Why was this his battle god? Why was he alone? He lay down on the package and he murmured one farewell to those at home in England, to those he loved so well. He saw the sights of summer, felt the wind upon his brow. The young girls in the city park, how precious were they now. The soaring of the swallow, the beauty of the swan, the music of the turnell, so soon would it be gone. A muffled soft explosion and the room began to quake. The soldier blown across the floor, his blood a crimson lake. They never heard him cry or shout, they never heard him moan. And they turned their children's faces from the crowd soon gathered and the ambulances came to carry out the body of a pawn lost to the game. And the crowd each clapped to cheer and they sang their rebel songs. One soldier less to interfere where he did not belong. And well, the children growing up learn at their mother's knees the story of the soldier who bought their liberty, who used his useful body as a means towards an end, who gave his life to those who called him murderer, not friend.
When I was 18 years of age, and in the Carson's army I engaged to fight for Ulster against Home Rule. A Mauser rifle was my tool, and at Covenant Day my first parade won over 500,000 promised aid. We go to fight the enemy now, so we landed 50,000 guns at Larne. Go to fight the enemy now, we landed 50,000 guns at Larne. April night I'll never forget, dispersing guns to face a threat. Throughout the length of our beloved land, the die was cast, we made our stand. But another foe was before us now. Home Rule was dead beneath the plough. When across the France our division sailed, Britain called, we would not fail. Across the France our division sailed, Britain called, we would not fail. We were gun runners, gun runners. Now the story's told and it's understood of a charge that morning people would, when Ulster's floor their lives they'd give, so that we at home could in freedom live. Well, alas, I fell on the Some's great shore, but not alone, there were thousands more from every